What's happening, y'all? Welcome to Let's Get Cozy's, our final episode of season 1. Can't believe it's been 13 episodes already, which means we had 13 weeks of non-stop rawness, classic topics, and a lot of back and forth banter. Here to help me today, y'all, abbreviated Cash. I got my girl Peaches in the building. How you doing, sweetie?
Hey, y'all, what's up?
My man Rip ain't gonna never let me down. What up, though? What's happening, Rip?
Hey, we'll go down, man. Y'all all right?
Hey, man, today, man, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go from A to Z, just do a lot of flashbacks, some of the conversations and topics that we had. We have a couple clips we'll kind of throw in the mix, and we'll be able to discuss those, man. But before we get started, man, look back to when we first started, when we took the pictures to get ready to start this whole podcast. None of us really knew each other. They just threw us in a melting pot and told us to get together. I remember our first episode was the Black Vote. Then we did What Women Want, Black-Owned Businesses, Part 1 and Part 2. We talked a little about child support, talked about the storm on the Capitol. We did a great show about financial literacy. I thought that was really good. And then we did some relationship rules and boundaries, chivalry die, the N-word, state of the culture. Let's talk about love, Valentine's Day, and then, the Texas winter storm crisis. So, man, we've had a myriad of topics that we've been able to discuss, man, and it's been a whole lot of fun. So, Peaches, what was one of your favorite episodes?
All of them. Even when I was sick, all of them.
If you had to pick out one particular, what stands out, or like what particular one thing stands out when you look back over the show, like, damn, I remember I did this, or I remember I said that.
Ooh. I don't want to go there, but I don't know. I don't know. The like you said, the financial literacy, and the business one. That was I really enjoyed those two the most. I also enjoyed the Valentine's Day one. I don't know. I really kind of like I said, all of them. I feel like, we had one or two that was a hit or miss, but I mean, we still fresh on the block. We trying to become veteran in season 2.
Okay, Rip, man, what about you, man? What was one of your favorite episodes? What kind of stood out for you?
Well, I mean, my favorite episode was probably the first one because, like you say, coming in, everything was new and fresh to us, so we didn't kind of know how things were going to go. So I think we had I'm speaking for myself, we had a whole lot of fun that first show, and it was kind of, a smooth transition as far as breaking the proverbial ice or whatnot. So that first show was my favorite one because also we were talking about the Black vote on the heels of the election. So, the election was a hot topic. We had, a lot of people chiming in with their, views. It was a lot of heated views. It was a lot of, good back and forth banter. So that first show really did for me, G. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm going to tell y'all my favorite. I like to talk about relationships. All the relationship topics is fun because you get to be a little messy. You get to, you kind of expose some stuff. But then if you think about it, people want infotainment. They want some information and they want to be entertained. So if you could take that, and make a word, infotainment, and really put it together, that's what people want to watch. I want to be able to take some phone calls today, 254-229. Man, what's the number? 254-229-3041. Yeah, I almost forgot. 229-3041. And tell us some of y'all favorite episodes, some of the things of the show that kind of stood out for y'all. If we could, I want to drop that clip when Rip was talking about what women want and what he want, all that. And we can cue that up, man, and show that was one of my little favorite parts as well. Rip with his little 5 seconds of fame on that one.
I guess lastly, and not lastly, but what I'm going to mention lastly, I mean, of course, looks, you know what I'm saying? Looks are very important or whatever, but for me, it starts what's above the shoulders, you know what I'm saying, as opposed to what's below the shoulders. So, you know what I'm saying, the body might look good, but the brain got to look better.
All right, well, let me just park parenthetically right there for 1 second, because you put. Why did you put looks last?
Because he lying.
No, I'm not lying. Because beauty is.
Sound. Why did you put a little less? Now, Rip, that was episode 2. This episode 13. Was you lying in episode 2?
No, I wasn't lying because, and A Cash, if you watching and listen, I know she'd probably try to join us a little later on, but I wasn't lying. I just didn't speak it in the way that she heard it. She heard that I was saying a woman can be ugly. I wasn't saying that. I was just saying that looks. I'm not saying I want her to be ugly, Graham. I'm just saying like looks are gonna be, you know what I'm saying, less important than other things to me. You know what I'm saying? She can look good, but if we can't carry on a conversation with one another, it ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying?
So you still feel the same way?
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that looks don't count. I'm just saying that, I mean, you can go out there and find a beauty queen that's dumb, and so what do you really have? You got a beautiful dummy,
right?
And I don't want no beautiful dummy.
Do you think, Peaches, you think you learned anything from the episode, like what men want, or kind of had any type of growth talking about relationships? Because sometimes when you talk about it, you kind of put it on the table and you expose some things. So do you feel like you learned anything about relationships throughout the whole season, or do you have a different perspective on how you look at some things?
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, everybody, you know what, I'm gonna say this. We all can grow from something every day. Like nobody is the smartest person in the world. So, and no right answer and there's no wrong answer to how somebody feels. So I feel like, in the end, it's going to be up to that person at the end of the day, because if you're in a bad relationship, if you're in a toxic relationship, you know that because everybody grown, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, the takeaways, the dialogue was really good. And, everybody, we probably all took something from it, and then you have to go. Sometimes I go and I lay down and I be like, you know what, I should have said, or maybe I should have responded a little bit differently, so people can kind of open up and kind of get to know who you are. But I guarantee you coming for season 2,
mm-hmm.
We're going to have some things going on.
Well, I want to talk about this because one of our highly, to this day, episodes that has the most views out of all 13 episodes, when we talked about Black-owned businesses. And we didn't have more views because we had 2 episodes, because they each held their own as it relates to that. But why do y'all think that out of all the things that we talked about, and me speaking about infotainment, that the Black-owned businesses was our most highly watched episode?
Probably because you got a lot of people that's doing it now. You have a lot of people that's interested in entrepreneurship and trying to make themselves be their own boss. So if that was, me, myself, I want to be able to be my own boss too. I want to be able to set the rules and set the boundaries. And I do want to know more, and I do want to grow in some of the things that I do have an interest in. So I feel like if that's for you, then I feel like that's where the people tuned in at, But then, you got some people that it like you said, doing the show, they just out here trying to hit a lick or just make some smile money. But I want something that's long term. So I feel like that's probably where the most beneficial from the show came from, because people are looking at ways to expand their business, expand their long-term ship, how to get out in the community, who to network with, who to talk to, what resources you have, because all that stuff is important these days, especially if you want your business to, grow and be a rise, and you want people to know who you are.
Rip, why do you think it was important, or so many people watch it? Or what did you learn about entrepreneurship?
Well, I mean, I think it's for a lot of the same reasons that Peaches said. I mean, you have people that are genuinely interested in the Black-owned business, especially in today's racial climate. You know what I mean? You got, certain establishments that will go out of their way to show you that they don't want us in there. So I think that with that being the case, the onus on Black-owned business being, up to par was what made that conversation so electric. You know what I mean? People were saying, hey, I like that Black-owned businesses are doing this, but I'd like to see them do this as well. So I think it was a lot of dialogue that was important, because we have to have our own, especially when those people are so quick to show you that they don't want you in theirs. And then on top of that, you're gonna always have people that, you know, and this is just me. I'm not speaking for the Let's Get Cozy cast. You're gonna always have people that chime in or that watch just to be able to talk. You know what I'm saying? To see where, you know what I'm saying, what we didn't do that they didn't like. You know what I'm saying? So that had something to do with it as well. But overall, I think that people were interested in you know, just the betterment of Black businesses as a whole. And I think that what I learned about entrepreneurship, you know, is that it can definitely be done, and there's no right or wrong way to go about it. You know what I mean? Like, I might want to open up a food truck and sell, you know what I'm saying, chitlin plates all day, and that might be my $1 million ticket. So, you know, it just depends on what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? There's different avenues out there, and I hope that show and those shows gave somebody who maybe didn't have the confidence at first to go ahead and try to, you know what I'm saying, attain that.
I'll tell y'all, man, I've been an entrepreneur for going on my 23rd year, 22nd, 23rd year of being an entrepreneur. And what I decided, and a lot of people wonder how you do it, and certain people make it look easy. Number one is not. You have to be ready to suffer. You have to be ready to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. You have to be willing to put on the face to when you don't know what's ahead, to be able to put on that leadership face, like you're a quarterback in the fourth quarter, down by 8, and you got to go 80 yards down the field, and you got to score and get a 2-point conversion just to tie, not to win, just to tie. That's the mentality you got to be able to have. That's the pressure of being an entrepreneur. And one of the things I never forget when I decided to become one was I just had to step out on faith. A lot of people want to do it, but they're scared. Well, I need this money. I can't leave my job, so I got to stay right here. And then when I make enough money over there, then I go ahead and quit my job. Well, that's called a hamster wheel. You will never do it. You'll never do it until you step out on faith. You're going to suffer. It's going to be some, because if it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
Right.
But you got to have enough confidence to believe in yourself to say, you know what, Lord, pray to God. You know, I believe in him. If you believe in God, pray to God, because that's who's going to help you. And he's going to get you through. And just get ready. You know what, man, it's about to be tough, but I believe in myself, and I know I'm going to be able to do it. And I think for me, watching so many people who wanted to become entrepreneurs, so many people who had started side businesses during the pandemic, so many people learn how to capitalize on an opportunity. You know, for me, that's why I think it was highly watched, because it gave us a chance to see what we could do from the perspectives of people who were doing it. So I think for me, that's what it was. But anybody who's still watching right now, if you want to become an entrepreneur, man, just be ready, get comfortable being uncomfortable, and know that it's not easy. But if this is what, listen, I'd say this, I'm gonna be done with this topic. Vision attract resources.
All right.
If you have a true vision for whatever it is that you want to do, you're going to attract the resources that you need, right? If your vision is not attracting resources, it's not a dream, it's a scheme. Let me say that one more time. If your vision is not attracting resources, it's not a dream, it's a scheme. Yeah, that's my take on the Black-owned businesses. So the next show we did, boy, child support.
We're gonna go back there to the child, to the chisel. We're gonna go back.
It was chisel. That child support. Now, Rip, boy, you had a lot of input about child support to be a man with no children. Now, either you got some homeboys that you do a lot of counseling to, or you just seen a whole bunch of stuff on Facebook.
Well, I mean, it's a combination of things. You know what I'm saying? I do have a lot of, you know what I'm saying, friends and homeboys and just associates that, you know, both sides, you know what I'm saying, women and men who've had to deal with the child support system. I've also, I mean, I'm the product of you know what I'm saying, my mama had 6 kids, so I'm pretty sure along the way she got some child support up in there too. So it was definitely, you know what I'm saying, for me not to, you know, have experienced it myself, I did see it from other realms, so I can understand how it works, although I haven't participated in myself, so I can't speak on it from that fact. But I mean, I was vocal on it and will continue to be, because I think that it's I mean, me personally, I think that the overall idea of child support is a detriment to our community. You know what I'm saying? You see the arguments that it causes and just the hatefulness that it, you know what I'm saying, that it causes between, you know, a mother and a father. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's not just that. There are other factors that contribute to that. But I overall, I don't agree with, you know what I'm saying? I wish it didn't even have to be a thing, so to speak. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
There
well,
go
we're
Look
gonna
who
pause
popped
parenthetically
in.
to welcome my girl A Cash to the show. It is our final episode of season 1. Season 2, we definitely gonna come back bigger and better. A Cash, we talked about the black vote, what women want, what men want, some black-owned businesses, but kind of just going over the episodes. Let me ask you, what stood out from episode 1 to episode 13 right now? That's probably your most memorable moment of doing the show.
Ooh.
Well, I mean,
I don't
hold
know. I'm
on. You
trying
know
to
what?
think.
Hold on. Wait. That was really a setup. So I'm gonna go ahead. Let's play this clip where you talk about what women want. Maybe this will jog your memory right here. Let's see what.
How you doing? How you doing? You look wonderful. All right.
Thank you.
So what you think? Well, your OP, how was today's show?
It was good, but I feel like it was full of shit. Yeah.
How so?
What
How
these
so?
men saying they don't want that. They like hoes. They want hoes. They don't want a good woman.
Can we get the camera
Okay, y'all laughing, but I couldn't even hear anything, and that's not fair because that was me behind the scenes. What did?
We can't hear you.
You said what men really want. They want hoes. They don't want no good woman. They want hoes. That's what you said. Now I don't know how that shit didn't stand
Can
out
y'all
to
hear
you.
me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Cause you was serious
Can
as
y'all hear
hell.
me?
Yes, we can hear you.
So the thing about that was you weren't supposed to play that. That was me talking behind the scenes, behind the camera. But I stand on what I said.
Why
though.
come I can't hear her?
I don't know. I can hear it just fine.
I can hear it too.
Yeah, I
You said
stand
we
on
wasn't supposed to.
it. They want hoes. They don't want a woman.
So why do you still stand on that today, 12 episodes later?
Because it's still proven 12 episodes later, and it'll be proven in the 26th episode. Like, it just is what it is. I see it every day.
I disagree with you. A man don't want hoes. A boy might want some hoes, but a man don't want no hoe.
Yes, they do.
He like them
No, you
too.
don't.
He like them too.
Every other one of them.
Yeah,
they
he do.
Why, hold on. Why do you still
Because
say
let me tell you
today?
something.
Why do you say a man
so
want
then why
hoes?
do men cheat? If they don't want no hoe, why do they cheat? And it's always somebody who's less than what they already got. The majority.
Ooh.
They cheat.
Sometimes when you can find there's some men have some women that may have similarities, but most of them in the dark is somebody they ain't got no business with, and you'll never know about them until somebody else see them somewhere, or something happen, or
they get comfortable,
or somebody get pregnant. Because that's normally how it goes. When somebody get pregnant, then everybody knows.
Ooh.
So you think
they live in a housing complex and somebody outside and seen a car. You know how they do it.
So you saying that at the end of the day, well, hold on. If you want to put that on men, it takes two. There always has to be a woman. So what does that say about women?
Because that's not how they go.
No, don't scratch your damn head now.
That's not how they go. Because
what the hell?
No, that you missing the point what we saying. You missing it. Because not every woman who fool with a man that has several women or like to fool with different women is a whore. That's not what we're saying, because that's not always the case. You have some men that don't have no business with some women that have their own or got a job, got a career, got a lot going for themselves. But that's what they think they want. And then you look up, like I said, you got Duckhead over here. They over here with Duckhead.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. From a man's point of view.
Come on.
We want sex. We like sex. Period.
Okay.
Yeah,
And some
that's what
women
that
do
is.
too.
And okay, well, good. Well, those two type of people need to be with each other because yeah, you do because if
That's
I
a
have a
toxic
high sex,
relationship, I bet. It's gonna
no,
be
no,
toxic.
no, no. If I have a high sex drive and you have a low sex drive, then I'm probably gonna cheat because that's what I'm just saying. That's what it is. You have to get people that are a person that are
But
compatible
that
to
person
the
with the
things that
low
you
sex,
want.
but the person with the low sex drive, that person is probably a outgoing person, probably just minding her business, and probably just want a man.
Well, I
But
know, and
you out here with the wrong goals. You want sex, so you want
no,
something that you just said it. You want sex.
I said no. I
You
like
got a
sex.
high
No,
sex
I do.
drive.
Yeah,
Okay, but
yeah.
you got a high sex drive. So if she don't have no high sex drive, how do you balance that? That means you finna go cheat, and you finna
No,
go cheat.
9 times. But it's listen. That's why in the beginning, before you say, "Hey, we finna do this," you already know what you're dealing with. And if that's the case, if there's some things, you got to fix it.
You
Either
gotta
that
fix
or
it.
right. No, but what's up? Okay, well, let's say for example, you like to shop. Let's just hold on. Let's change it. You like to shop, but the nigga you with broke as fuck. So Junebug, he got some money, and he like to take you shopping. You telling me you ain't gonna let Junebug take you shopping?
I'm not even finna
No,
answer that question because
fuck that. No, no, no.
I'm not even finna be with nobody that ain't got no money first, Graham. So that ain't
Well, guess
give
what?
me another scenario.
I'm not gonna be with nobody who have a low sex drive. How about that?
But you know what? That's different. That's material. That's something that could make or break a relationship or a marriage or anything.
I believe in a relationship, sex is important. I mean, really, hold on. If we're gonna talk from a biblical standpoint, you know what? Really, in a marriage, the bedroom is undefiled, and if you married a man, he won't do benevolence.
But some women go there before they get married.
Well, yeah,
so,
I mean.
So what do you mean? So what do you say to that? Like some women, because some women have been with a certain a certain man that we talked about this yesterday in our group text about you always get the best sex from somebody who you ain't supposed to be with. They just talked about this yesterday, and now here we are having the same conversation. But a lot of the times, a man can be everything you want in his sex drive. His sex might not be nothing. So where does a woman stand? Do you feel like the woman is more liable to go cheat? I don't think so. I think a woman gonna eventually show that man how she want to be pleased. Because if you love that person, that's what you're supposed to do anyway. You ain't supposed
Rip,
to
you
go
gotta
over
say
there and
something,
have
Rip.
sex with Keisha. You ain't supposed to go have sex with Keisha because your woman ain't got no good sex. You ain't supposed to go do that.
Rip, you gotta say something, man.
No.
Hey man, y'all was having a good. I was just letting it, you know what I'm saying, wind down because y'all was had a good back and forth. But I mean, both of y'all made good points. But what she just said, I mean, like, is it a double standard? So, you know what I mean? How we looking at that? You know what I'm saying? If the man's sex not good, and is the woman gonna go cheat? Or I mean, how does that work? You know what I'm saying? Do you get a pass because the sex ain't good?
Well, I mean, I think that's one of the things that's established early on. I believe that when you get in a relationship, I mean, if you do try to shoe on before you buy it, I mean, you got to make sure it's comfortable.
But do you realize how many people are in a relationship with other women or married men or in marriages that go outside their marriage, and the first thing people say is, "Oh, her sex ain't good." Well, was it good in the beginning? Because we'll never know.
Well, yeah, but sometimes it's just lust, like what you were mentioning a while ago. You know what I'm saying? Having sex with somebody you ain't got no business being with, that's just lust. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
I guess if we still talking biblical, you know what I'm saying, that's a sin. You know what I mean? So you're not supposed to succumb to lust. So I guess you got to make up your mind whether or not you're gonna be lustful or loveful. You know what I mean?
Well, it's a lot of people still a work in progress.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm a work in progress as well. You know what I mean? But I guess once you choose to take on that responsibility or that obligation of being in a relationship, I mean, you have to, you know what I'm saying? You have to take everything that comes with it, or you don't need to be in that relationship. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
254-229-3041. 254-229-3041. If you want to join the conversation, we're going over our episodes again. And Peaches, I don't know if we agree to disagree, but I definitely believe that you have to set up those boundaries early on in the relationship. You have to say, hey, this is my yay, and my yay is my yay, my nay is my nay.
But
and that's what you got to be able to go with.
But that's what people are. You would think that that's what people do, but they don't, because a lot of people marry for the wrong reasons.
Right. I mean, they marry for convenience, or they marry out of what's good for them. I mean, finances. I know a woman wants security, so if she find a man with money, she'll take whatever comes with it to be comfortable, and that's her crutch. She chose to do that, so that's what works for her.
That ain't gonna work for me.
But I'm just saying, for some people, so you have different reasons. I mean, you might marry for sex. You might marry for companionship, and 6 years later, he don't want to cuddle no more.
But when you've had a little bit of taste of a little bit of all of it throughout, a boyfriend here, a boyfriend there, a boy, like in a minute, that's why you need to.
Okay, well let's put it out there. Are you involved in a relationship?
I am. We ain't gonna talk about that right now.
No, I'm just asking. Well, hold on. Is there somebody? Is there somebody that has your interests? That's all I want to know. That's all I'm asking.
Of course.
Okay, all right. Then you ain't got to say no more.
Okay.
So, hey, Karen, why you laughing over there? What the fuck is funny? Because you always talking about this and that. Who got your interest? With that ragged ass phone you using tonight.
She tried.
Huh? Can you hear me? A Cash? Nuh-uh, she can't hear. Rip. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. Throughout season 1 through season 13, man. I ain't never really said nothing about it because you my boy. But I'm finna just go ahead and put on blast. It's somebody at some point that had played a part in your life, bro. And it kind of came up throughout the course of the season, who she was or who she may not be, or she might be the one that got away. Anything you want to speak on that, the kind of the girl throughout the episode? I ain't never called you out. You my boy. But I just gotta know, man.
What happened? What happened now? What'd you say?
Pete, you hear this shit? Now all of a sudden he can't hear. We can hear you, A Cash. Hold on, baby.
A Cash back.
I can't hear.
No, hold on. You said.
Nah, hell nah. Hey, Pete, you know what I'm talking about. Throughout the whole season, it was always referenced about one that got away from Rip or whatever happened to Nico. And we let him make it every time because he was so loquacious. He was smooth with his words. He knew how to jump over the shit and go over. But since we're doing a recap right now, Rip, the people want to know.
They don't want to know. They already know. What people you talking about? No, I mean, what you want me to say? I ain't name dropping. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
It is somebody.
Is it somebody that what?
It is somebody. That got your interest still.
It got my interest
somebody
still?
That has your interest still. Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't say. My interest as far as wanting to pursue that. I don't think it's that deep. It's gonna always be some love there, but I don't know if it's to the point where it's looking to rekindle things. I don't know if it's there yet. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say that.
Okay. Well, check it out, man. My man Bog has just joined us in the show, man. Welcome.
Hey, but before you say that though, I just want you to take a look at the audience comments, and if you see that one comment from my boy, you'll see what kind of predicament you just put me in.
Say, man,
they all said,
I laughed the first time he said
that.
We
talking about?
I was over here. Oh shit.
Hold on. Let me go to the Let's Get Cozy page and see, because I'm watching it from another page. I mean, hey, but Wilson, you gotta admit, we let him make it all season, didn't we?
Yeah, we let him make it, man, but let him keep making it, man. Let him keep making it. Let him keep making it. Let him keep making it.
Yeah. Hey,
Let him keep
Marcus,
making it on that question, man.
Hey, Marcus, call into the show.
What's her name?
Yeah.
Next question.
Oh, nah. What's her name? Oh, nah. Hey, but before we get go any further, Wilson, man, we appreciate you joining us. This is the final final episode of season 1, and we've been talking about a myriad of stuff. But we want to ask you, from episode 1 to episode 13, was there anything or any particular topic or episode that stood out to you, or a memorable moment for you?
The one about black business is always going to be good. I had 2 topics on 2 shows on that one. Man, I'm still trying not to laugh at real.
I had to get him, man. I mean, I didn't want to know. I just had to know, man.
I'm
bad.
I'm laughing at the person he talked about Papa. Nah. I'm laughing at Papa too. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, our show when we were talking about, chivalry, and chivalry is dead. That was one of my favorites.
Okay.
And then, when we were talking about anything involving politics, you know what I mean? Talking about the storming of the Capitol, fools acting the fool. So,
well, yeah. I think we were able to accomplish some stuff, man. And one of the things that I really like, I like the growth of all of us understanding each other. Because the producer of the show, Miss Tanya, she just kind of threw us in a melting pot. Hey, man, I think you good. I think you do this. I think you did. And y'all just go. And we all knew of each other, but we never knew each other. So I think that for me, I like the growth of the cast and the panel, and us being able to work together. Definitely looking forward to season 2 that will start on March 18th. We'll be back, and I'm looking forward to that. So, Rip, don't wait to the end of the show, man. If you want to, you can go ahead and get me back. If you got something, you want to say, you want to get me back right now, I mean, go ahead. I'm an open book, man. Go ahead.
Oh, no. I take it with the best of them. I ain't doing no tripping. It's all good.
Okay, well, let me ask y'all this. Is there anything that anyone on this panel ever wanted to ask anybody else on this panel but didn't do it?
No, not me.
About the podcast, or just in general?
In general. Because, I mean, like I said, we all knew of each other, but we never knew each other. So now you'd be like, man, you know what? I was wondering this. I always thought this. Or you just had a question or something. Anybody on the cast?
Don't start no shit.
I'm just asking.
No, I mean, if I had something to ask everybody in general, it would just been like, you know what I'm saying? Like, overall, what do you know what I'm saying? How do you like how you've acclimated to the show or whatever, to the podcast? Because I don't think we've just really had that discussion as a whole. Like, we talk about, we have our Zoom meetings on Sundays and we talk about, what the upcoming dialogue is going to be. But I don't think anybody's just ever asked, hey, how do you feel about it? What do you think about it? You know what I'm saying? Do you enjoy how it's going so far? I don't know if we've ever had that in-depth conversation. So, I mean, what do y'all think? How do y'all feel?
I mean, it's something new. I mean, it's coming from a small city called Waco.
Right.
It's reached out to a couple of people throughout many states and actually out of the country, surprisingly. We even had a viewer from Morocco. So, I mean, it's something new for me. I mean, Graham, you probably really the only person, maybe Rip, you know what I'm saying, that's done this before. But other than that, what you got going over there? Man, I don't know what
I've never done a podcast, man. I wanted to do one. I wanted to launch one. Actually, where I'm sitting at right now is a studio I built probably about 6 months ago to do podcasts. and I haven't utilized it, but since we're doing virtual, I decided to step into it to make use of it. But I always wanted to do it, but it takes
That's
a lot.
clean.
It's a
That's the
lot.
background of Dallas down there, boy. Back there.
Yeah.
Is
Hey
that
man,
is that a picture or is that the actual background?
that's a picture.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm in Waco, Texas right now.
Oh, I'm thinking you in Dallas, Texas. You done
Nah.
flew
Yeah, I'm in Waco, baby. I'm in Waco.
They ain't got the Alico building behind them. Spark.
Yeah. But yeah, so this was new for me. It's something that I was interested in doing. I've never done it. I've done broadcasting. I've done radio. I even did high school football shows and stuff like this. But to be able to be candid and just sit and relax and be able to just talk and chill with peers, I like this style of talking. Then obviously I want to thank everybody who's ever watched the show, good or bad. If you don't like me, you hate me, I appreciate you watching, because obviously it was something that you felt that made you gravitate to your phone, your whatever device you decide to stream us on. So I just want to say thank you to all y'all, and I hope season 2 coming up that y'all also continue to watch. We have had over 13,000 views over that. I know every episode has reached 1,000. We had some that reached 2,000 views, some reached 1,500. So we've been able to reach a lot of people, and it's just been awesome. It's been
You
awesome.
said we got 13,000 over 13,000 views.
Oh yeah, over 13,000 views. Yep.
Shit, boy, we didn't pass local rapper status.
Yeah.
Say, man, leave them local rappers alone. We might need.
Hey man, I
I
wasn't talking about that. I'm just saying.
We trying to gain us the Waco Award next year.
Yeah, we trying to get a Waco Award. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. A-Ray TV, baby. Best podcast right here. Best podcast. I can honestly say, if we're not the best, we're the most watched in Central Texas. That I can attest for. Nobody has watched a podcast the first to come out the gate. Season 2 definitely gonna be, and we haven't done no marketing and advertising really. We just kind of just went on the air on our own personal pages and said, "Hey, watch us," and people talking about it. So it's been fun.
Was it kind of like nigga rig put together and it still did good?
I think, hey Wilson, I think it was a little African American engineer involved along the way.
Hey man, to be honest with you, man, if you see what we're working with in the studio we have, we've done a good job for not having that high tech quality.
Man, you can't say that.
High tech quality. Why not? Hey man, everybody know we're not a studio, so we've done good with what we had. Shit, 13,000 views. They kept watching for a reason.
Hey man, I'm gonna just say shout out to Miss Tanya and Chris on the, the technical support. Y'all do y'all thing.
Man, do y'all thing.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Shayla Mae Danforth. She said, I look forward to watching this show every Thursday. I love it. We appreciate you so much. We're gonna say some crazy stuff. I just believe Raw's, like my man Marcus just said, Raw's the best way. Fam, you right.
He like it raw.
Right. And actually I was told yesterday that several preachers like this show and laugh and watch it also.
Pastors, okay.
So shout out to all the pastors that don't discriminate or are not gonna judge us, but at least listen.
I think we need to do a show about pastors.
I don't know about that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. I think we should.
In what kind of way, Graham? In what kind of way about the pastor? Just highlighting the pastors in the community?
Well, I mean, no, I think you do one on the state of the church. What do a pastor really go through? Is it just, it's not just preaching on Sunday.
Right.
It's not just the stereotype of the pastor taking up the money all the time.
Right.
The stereotype of the pastor, he driving a Cadillac and this and this. I mean, the whole shebang. Because sometimes the pulpit takes a stain. When you have some pastors who do take the money and they get publicized, but they all do it. I mean, even one of my favorite pastors, Pastor Jamal Bryant. Man, that's a man, awesome man of God. but he's done some controversial things along the way.
Oh yes, he has.
You know,
But it was
I remember. Yeah, he had some babies out of wedlock, beautiful wife. He then he got on there. I remember back in the day when he preached that sermon, he said these hoes ain't loyal.
These hoes ain't loyal. He said that, didn't he?
He said that.
Yeah, he said that in the pulpit. And what he did
on Sunday.
And he tried to reference it when he was, because the Bible talks about whores, WHORE. Yeah, whores. So he tried to tie it to that, and you know, some people, but I just believe because pastors that they get a raw deal sometimes.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do, because like as
Just
far as like
licking them low.
Yeah, you say, hey, yep.
Yeah, lick him low, pastor. He put a name out there for a lot of them.
Oh yes, he did.
Yeah, that's with everything. You know, it's gonna always be one to give it a bad name.
Y'all remember Pastor Kearney?
Thinking about somebody else. Go on, girl. We talking about
y'all remember Pastor Kearney on Pastor
BET?
Kearney that was on BET? Yeah.
3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Hey, but I've been
you wake up to go to the restroom and he'll scare you.
I've been thinking about getting that miracle water though.
Oh.
We referring to pastor, honey.
But Graham, you mentioned you mentioned the stereotype about the pastor driving the Cadillac or the Benz. I mean, why he can't drive a Benz or a Cadillac? The doctor gonna drive one.
If I was a pastor, I'm getting me a Cadillac.
No,
hold on. The doctor and the lawyer taking money from people the same way the church is, and they driving the same car, because make no mistakes about it, man, healthcare and you know what I'm saying, paying for a lawyer for justice, it's the same, it's robbing you the same way some of these churches. I'm not saying all churches, but it's all a scam to get paid. So, man.
Your health is your wealth. That's a part of it, right? But you gotta have a spiritual. You gotta have a spirit. I mean, go ahead.
My health is my wealth, as long as they not lying to me about a condition I don't have to get money out of me.
That too. I mean, they have some doctors. Oh, you need to have this procedure, you know. But then, I mean, the pastor, you have to be able to have somebody that can lead you spiritually. You have to, I mean, because you got to have faith to live in this world. That's what I believe.
And I just want to make a disclaimer. The only reason I play devil's advocate right there is because I'm a PK. I'm a preacher's kid. So, you know what I'm saying?
Pastors get up like we do and put their pants on the same way we get up every morning too. They're allowed to make a mistake.
And pastors,
but everybody view them differently only because they the pastor of a church. But you can't though. Because
we expect them not to have no sense of humor.
Exactly. And God say new grace, new day, new mercy. So I mean, hey, they're working progress too. Everybody ain't. You can't. Everybody ain't perfect. Nobody is perfect. So they are allowed to fall like we are allowed to fall. I mean, sometimes the temptation just be there. So
I think that what the misconception is, because you just said it right, Peaches. They human. Exactly. And we put pastors on the pedestal and sometimes act like they God, or they your ticket to heaven, or they your gateway to God. No, they're not. You know, they're teaching you, they're giving you the biblical, you know, principles that you need to have to live a more spiritual life. And we mistake that to where it's, like, they go to pastor, I can't do this. Man, that pastor ain't got no heaven or hell to put you in.
Right.
Do it because you afraid of what he gonna say, not what he gonna say. You know, that's what you got to do.
Cash ordered the water.
Yeah, she said she ordered the water 6 years ago and still ain't got it.
Man, I just crack up every time I see that commercial, boy.
Yeah,
that's work in progress. Pastor Kieran Thomas.
Yeah.
Oh, the spring water dude.
Yeah.
I
mean, take your pick. Creflo Dollar, you know what I'm saying? All of them, man. What you say a while ago? Infotainment. That's what that is.
Right.
Creflo Dollar been getting money since. Creflo Dollar been getting money since 1991 that I seen. You know what I mean? He probably before that. He been on TV since 91.
Do you really believe a pastor's supposed to have a helicopter and a private plane, or is there?
I do not.
Is there anything wrong with it?
Only thing I'm gonna say is they say seek and ye shall receive.
And guess what? What you just said about them dreams? You dream big. Because
everybody
had a church, didn't start in a mega church.
Hey,
they
look.
started from somewhere. They started down low. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody
ain't open up no big church, so therefore, if your congregation think that much of you to be able to put you in a plane or whatever the case may be, then good for you.
Man, if he using that plane to go save souls, I can't do nothing about it.
Exactly, but we'll never know until it come out of the
house or to the gambling shack. That's something different. You know what I'm saying?
Camila says it's their own money. Camila, the money come from the people. To bring ye tithe to the storehouse so they may be meet in my house as it is in yours. They ask for 10%.
Can I get the ride on the plane? Do I get the ride on the jet?
So he can't. So if they have a love offering every year, he can't. You know what I'm saying? He can't buy that with the love offering. I thought that's what the love offering was for.
He want with the love offering.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He went to the theological seminary and got, ordained. So I think, you take whatever benefits come with it as long as it's not, maliciously done. You know what I'm saying?
I think we really do need to do a show on the pandemic because I really do want to know if people still pay their tithes during this whole time. If
you should.
What we should, but everybody don't. And I want to know if people really. Am I lying though?
No, you ain't lying.
I'm laughing at the comments. That boy say Dion and MC Hammer was pastors. I guess he got a point there.
But I'm just saying, I really would like to know that because when them lights was off last week, I didn't see too many churches saying that they was open.
They lights was out too.
They lights was off too.
Yeah, especially the church.
I say the ones that did have lights and water. I'm not saying the ones that didn't because we know a lot of them didn't. But again, some of them that did. I only saw one church on the I think maybe one, and that was the church in Belmead.
Well, here's what I have, and I'm gonna get off this because I definitely want to save it for one of the topics next season. If you look at when a church is erected in a particular area, it's supposed to manifest the area and make the area better. It's supposed to have an outreach program to better the community. If you see a church in a particular neighborhood and 15 years later, that neighborhood ain't grown, then you're not doing something wrong. See, they on the Old Testament, remember, come to Jerusalem. Well, the Bible now say, go ye therefore and seek disciples. So we got to get outside of the walls of the church and get to the people in the community. And once
people knowing the church is there for forever.
But guess what? It's the parishioners. No, but that's not what it is. We see. Look, why do you think some people become drug dealers? Because they did what? They seen other folk be successful as drug dealers, right? Or they seen people make money, and you can get that fast cash from selling drugs. See, the church is attractive too. But see, so many times that when we don't make the church attractive or God is not attractive, then they go the other way and start doing other stuff. See, but when you show that, hey, you know what, you can love God and still get paid, you can help people and still get paid. When you make that attractive, then people gravitate toward it.
Right. Well, I think first of all, you got to be able to know the difference too, because you mentioned two different things. You mentioned the church, and then you mentioned God. Sometimes they not intertwined as they should be. Like for some young men, like if you go to church and you hear the preachers, say, yeah, we got young men that want to wear Air Jordans, got earrings in their ear and parts in their head, and I'm like, man, what you talking about me for, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, so you get people that may feel like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, that's wrong because the Bible says, "Come as you are." And what happens is when you come as you are, here's the catch though. There's a catch to that. When you come as you are, the word is going to convict you to get the way you need to be. Right. So I'm not worried about what you dress like, what you look like, how you acted. Because I know the Bible says, if you lift him up, I'll draw all men. So if God is being lifted up, then guess what? That word going to manifest on your life, and then you're going to change.
Yeah, I feel that. But I think you did. You said something profound right there when you mentioned both the church and God, because sometimes they not.
Right.
Man, we've all been inside situations at church where it wasn't godly at all. You know what I'm saying? So it just is what it is.
And then one person just said this too. Camila Young said there's a church on every corner. That's a problem.
Yeah, it's a church on every
Because
corner, a liquor store, and a pawn shop.
yeah. But here's the thing: when you are called, it's not necessarily mean you're supposed to pastor.
Right.
When you called, you not necessarily mean you're supposed to preach. God has a place for you in His ministry. But so many people we called, oh, I got to start a church, or God will make. Yeah, He wants you to do that, but He wants you to operate inside your gift. Your gift ain't speaking.
Yeah.
Your gift is evangelizing. So get up under a pastor who can preach, and guess what? The arms of the church are better. And that's why there's a church on every corner. But we can't do that.
Yeah, because everybody ain't been called. Some people got texted. They didn't get called.
Yeah.
There you go.
But that's what you have to be able to do, man. You have to recognize your calling once you are called. You know, everybody ain't Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
but that don't mean you can't play basketball.
Yeah, but some of these people not getting that. Some of these people haven't been called at all. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. Say you can't answer a phone call that you didn't get. You know what I'm saying? That's what they need to stop. My granddaddy used to call him. Well, I ain't gonna say what he used to call him, but yeah, he had a word for them type of preachers there. But
I want to know what they call.
He just used to call. He used to call them booty butt preachers.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Them jack legs. But you know what I mean? It is what it is.
Yeah, we got about 8 minutes left before we sign off for the final episode of season 1. Is there anything that any of y'all want to say, or some of the things? What do y'all look forward to most for season 2?
I look forward to just more growth. You know what I'm saying? More opportunities and more. You know what I'm saying? Just expounding on what we're already doing. And I mean, I just want to take the time to kind of like shout each of y'all out, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Graham, all through the season, man, you've done a hell of a job hosting. I mean, I know sometimes where you didn't have to catch things on the fly and kind of run with it. I mean, nobody sees what goes on behind the scenes and the preparation we do to make this thing, you know what I'm saying, a reality. So, you know what I'm saying, Peaches, I know you missed a couple of shows, but, you know what I'm saying, you came back on point or whatever, you know what I mean, and came back and got right back in the mix. Hey, Cash, I know you're not on there right now, but you've always been, you know what I'm saying, handled your business and been strong. I mean, Wilson, you've always handled your business. Yeah, she in the comments. Wilson, you already handled your business and, gave your own thoughtfulness on things, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to give a shout out to each and every one of y'all, man. I mean, you might not hear it enough and might not hear it as much as you think you should do, but you all are doing a hell of a job. Keep up the good work, you know what I mean?
Damn, nigga.
I'll piggyback off that because when all of us aren't doing the show, I don't like it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like if I had a pet peeve, like when Peaches, when you was out, I was like, damn. We need, because we all have something that we feed off each other.
Right.
And then ACAB was the only female, and Wilson, I think he missed a couple of episodes when he's not there. It's like, okay, there's an element to everybody that makes the show, and when we're all not here, it's tough. It's tough for me. It's tough to host because it's certain things I'll say or a question I ask. I know who's gonna say whatever and give me the, what we're missing. So for me is when everybody's not here. That was probably the hardest part of doing the show when everybody's not here. So it's like the growth of the cast.
I can say that too.
And Wilson has left the building.
Well, you might have technical issues.
Go ahead, Peaches. What you looking for most for season 2?
I feel the same way. Like I remember I text y'all in the group. I said I kind of miss y'all.
Yeah.
I was a little off, but I mean I wasn't expecting to get sick either. You know what I'm saying? And I had to just try to take care of me. And it's just me, So you got to do what you got to do. So, but at the end of the day, I feel like now we all have a different kind of bond, which I knew Rip and Wilson because we all kind of went to school together. Africa, that's me and her. We've been knowing each other for a long time. I think you was probably the only person that I really didn't know. I knew of you, but I didn't know you.
Right.
So with that being said, everybody kind of learn each other. We kind of get a feel for each other. We kind of know what's gonna be said. Who gonna bring the show. Depending on the topic or whatever the case may be. But why I'm saying that, anyone who is in need of rental assistance in Texas due to the hardships incurred during the COVID-19 pandemic, you need to visit TexasRentalRelief.com. They have funds, so they out there helping people. So y'all need to get on that.
I think you need to say that one more time.
Anybody who is in need of rental assistance in Texas due to the hardships incurred during the COVID-19 in the McLennan County area, y'all need to visit covid.waco.com rental assistance. They have the funds. They do have funds to help you. Now, that don't mean go over there and ask for the help and you got some money. That don't mean that. Go, be fair. I'm going to say that. Come on, y'all. Don't abuse it. Don't abuse it. That's for the people that really do need the assistance. That line is for the people that really do need assistance.
Okay, I think that's important, man. We did have the storms, and we tried to just kind of coast right through it. But there's people out there that's still suffering. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm still displaced. I'm still living out of a hotel myself. My building caught had a smoke fire, and we have not been able to go back yet. So just do that. But we have a phone call 254-229-3041. You live in the Cozy's Lounge. What's up? Hello?
Uh-oh.
It's me, y'all. Can y'all hear me?
Oh, Lord.
Hello?
Oh, yeah. What's up? What's up?
Hello?
Hey.
Who that is?
Hello?
A-Cash. We can hear you.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah,
can you hear
girl,
us?
we can hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Girl,
Hey,
yes.
it's me. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, girl.
Don't you say that shit no more.
So, I wanted to say that I feel like you all have became family. I enjoy you guys every Thursday. See y'all kicking it with y'all. And I tried to join y'all today. I even pulled over, but this is not the best thing to do on a phone in a parking lot. But I really enjoyed season 1 thus far, and I'm looking forward to season 2.
Hey.
All right. Well, thank you. Looking forward to you. And if you out to dinner, I'm in your city. You better buy me something because I'm hungry. Since you're gonna miss the whole damn show.
See, that's what I'm talking about right there. That.
All right, y'all.
DoorDash him, A-Cash, DoorDash.
A minute. Last second remarks. We got about a minute and a half left. Anybody got anything they want to say to the audience or to each other before we go?
Man, I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody, all those 13,000 viewers. Tell you the truth, I haven't been paying attention to how many have viewed, but that's a lot. So I feel like we have accomplished something and reached out to some folk. Once again, I've been doing rip all my life. So it's been wonderful. It's been a real.
You ain't known me all your life. You 4 years older than me, so you know me all my life.
Man, shut your ass. You always got to come in and try to come in. But
excuse us, viewers. That's that brotherly love. Excuse us.
Nah, man, but it's been real. Graham, it's been real. Peaches, A-Cash, she the baby of the crew, so it's all good. So it's pretty much like a little family, and hopefully we can keep it rocking for as long as we can till the wheels fall off.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else want to say anything before we go?
Oh, man, we just appreciate all the viewers, everybody that chimes in and supports us, man. We love y'all, appreciate y'all. We're a work in progress. Y'all keep on, you know what I'm saying, keeping on with us.
All right, y'all. With that being said, Thursday, March 18th, we'll be back. New set, new ideas, fresh topics. We're going to keep it raw and real. We appreciate you guys supporting us over the last 13 episodes. and we look for many, many more with you guys together. Thanks for watching season 1 of Let's Get Cozies. Until March 18th, y'all be good. Good night, everybody.